Hello, everybody. Louise Eddington, Cosmic Owl of Cosmic Owl Astrology. And I'm here today to talk to you about the next new moon. But before I do, oh, my voice keeps going. Please make sure you're subscribed, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, check out my memberships. I'm trying to make these videos a little bit more succinct. I know I do have a tendency to get lost in the weeds. And some of you said, oh, when it's longer, it means there's more information. Well, actually, I've just found a way of getting more organized, hopefully, so that I can get the same amount of information in a shorter video. Yay! So that I don't lose myself coughing all the way through. So first of all, we're diving into the energies of the Taurus New Moon, which is on April the 27th at 3:31 p.m. Eastern and 7 degrees 47 minutes Taurus. Now, Taurus is usually our grounding place, our breath of earth and stillness, and our place to root. But this new moon, this one, feels like the roots are whispering from beneath a labyrinth. So let's walk through it together. Well, first of all, I'm actually just going to share the chart and just point out one or two things to you. I will draw some lines and and some highlights. So first of all, here's the new moon. Oh, 7 degrees 46, actually. I said 47, I think. The major aspect, the most major aspect is to Hekate opposing almost exactly. And Hekate has Black Moon, Lilith and Vesta sandwiched to either side of her. This is Black Moon, Lilith. This is Vesta. I'll talk about what all this means. But also, so there are not many other major aspects to this new moon. There's a slight, it's a wide square to Mars. I'm thinking this is not that powerful a square to Mars, except that Mars and Pluto have just had their opposition. So there is a bit of this forcing change from the fixed Grand Cross energy that has been ruling the week I'm recording this in. I'm recording this on Earth Day, the 22nd. But more important aspects, bigger ones, are around it. So I've looked at this opposition, right? So it is part of this fixed Grand Cross. It is forcing change, okay. But we also have, look at this. So where's my lines? Here we go. So you see this line here from, well, we have the opposition, of course, the nodes. And the nodes are in aspect to Uranus here, Juno over here, and oh, didn't like that. That is making a mystic rectangle, also known by other names. But so let me clear those. So we have that mystic rectangle. I'll talk about that as well. So that's if you have anything around 26 or 27 degrees of mutable or fixed signs and earth or water. Okay. Okay, but there's one other aspect I am going to talk about. We have an almost exact square between Jupiter in Gemini and Nessus in Pisces, and these two are making a Thor's hammer aspect over here to Hecate. So Hecate is a big focus of this new moon. All right, so you can come back to that chart if you need to, or take a screenshot. A couple of other aspects are really that there's Jupiter is in a trine to Pallas Athena, Wise Justice, and Chariclo, the Grace Spinner. So I think that is holding some space for us to heal. But here, let me talk about what all this means. And I have my card here that I pulled too. So here we have the new moon opposing Hecate. I'm calling this standing at the crossroads. So this new moon, exactly opposite Hekate, who is flanked by Black Moon Lilith at 5, Scorpio and Vesta at 13. So this isn't just a seed planting moon. This is a ritual, a summoning, and a sacred threshold. Hekate is the torchbearer at the crossroads. Lilith is the unclaimed power, and Vesta is the flame of devotion and the state, by the way. Together they all say you cannot plant this seed unless you know what you are offering. You may feel it already, a pull to turn inward, to step back, to rest, to ask, why now? And perhaps it's no coincidence that Pope Francis is being buried the day before this new moon. A spiritual figurehead returns to the earth just before the moon asks us to slow down and remember what is truly sacred. The timing feels like a rite, a clearing of the throne, a moment where we move from institutional reverence to inner devotion. This brings us right to the card I pulled for this moon, the Four of Blades. Oh, there we go. From the Red Threads Tarot. So this is sacred pause, recovery, and integration. Taurus says, slow down. Hecate says, listen. Lilith says, no more false sacrifice. And Vesta says, come back to what matters. Now all this, the new moon and Hecate, both at 7 degrees, all right? Now 7 is one of the most spiritual of numbers. It's a number of sacred awareness. And this is a number of initiation, spiritual awakening, and inner alignment. It's the number of the seeker, and right now, the seeker is you. This is not a moon to push forward. This is a moon to ask, what truth have I been circling? What path is calling for my full presence? Where am I pretending to be grounded, but still spinning inside? And then we have that Thor's hammer, right? Jupiter at 20 degrees, 44 minutes, Gemini squares Nessus at 20 degrees, 33 Pisces, both pointing at Hecate. This is a Thor's hammer configuration named after the mystic force that cracks illusion open. Jupiter expands, Nessus exposes shadow and abuse, and Hecate holds the line. This moon may bring up deep questions of justice, power, and the roots of what we tolerate. If something feels like it's breaking apart, it might be breaking open. So, looking at the symbols as well, we have the Sabian, the Omega, the Chandra symbols, and I titled this bit The Maze, the Sleigh, and the Forest. So we have the Sabian symbol is a sleigh without snow, momentum without traction. Omega, a person lost in a tiny forest, lost but not without meaning. And the Chandra, a very complicated hedge maze is the symbol. Sorry, my throat's going again. So a very complicated hedge maze is the Chandra symbol. That's a long path to the center. If you feel lost, slow down. If you feel numb, pause. If you feel like your magic isn't working, maybe you're not supposed to move right now. Maybe you're meant to listen beneath the frost. And then we have this mystic rectangle with the Uranus-Juno opposition and the nodes in Virgo and Pisces. This is a container, a blessing, a quiet promise that even in this fog, there is divine design. What could this mean for the world, the collective? It's less about collective movement, quite honestly, and more about collective awakening. It invites us to shift from performative momentum into quiet revolution. Let that sink in. It invites us to shift from performative momentum into quiet revolution. The structures that push us to grind, produce, or perfect, they're being reevaluated. Underneath it all, we're being asked, can you pause long enough to hear what your soul is truly saying? The moon is not a spark, it's a simmer. It says, let the world rest, let the roots regrow, because only from deep listening will the next wave of meaningful action emerge. Hang on. Oh, what this thing is I've got. But anyway, sounds worse than it is. So what to do with this new moon? Rest, reflect, reset, reclaim. Remember, Taurus is all about being rooted, and it's the senses. Feel your senses, get in touch with some nature, your body with the couch. It's okay to rest and reset in the dark of the moon. Don't try to force clarity. Let it surface. Let the underworld breathe. You are not lost. You are on a sacred pause between inhale and exhale. And from here, you plant with intention, not urgency. May this new moon return you to your truth, your pace, your path, with fierce tenderness from me, Luna. Now I just want to go to the book for this card. This is Rest a While. There you go. So I'm going to just show you the chart again, and just to say that this is breaking things open, but it's breaking things open from deep within you, from your deepest soul, from your very roots, and it's asking you to just sit with what's emerging for a little while. Okay. But then you may be able to listen to what Pallas Athena and Chariclo, the wise justice warrior and the strategic warrior and the space holder, are telling you before Jupiter moves forward and expands into new ground, because Jupiter stationed retrograde at 21 Gemini some time ago. But this focal point is this point here. Okay. So I am going to pull in one more thing. Sabian for 8 Scorpio. So the oh jeez. Oh. So this is a moon shining across a lake. I think. Yes, that's it. Well, it's a calm lake bathed in moonlight. Still water, right? This is development of compassion and helpfulness through centering into peace. And 8, Chandra. And hopefully by the next time I do a video, this blimming thing will be gone. I felt fine when I turned the video on, and now it's gone again. Anyway, oh no, that's for Libra. I was like, oh, that's really funny. It was the wrong one. I think it was saying take a spoonful of honey, Louise, for your throat, because that's the symbol I got. But anyway, let's get the 8 Scorpio symbol, and then I will leave you for the day because I'm getting lost again. So first, this is where Hekate is. A woman in a hot bath outside, snow is falling. Create your own atmosphere around the self and immerse yourself in it. The Chandra symbol is an underdeveloped man or person with white hair, has an angelic countenance. It says retarded. I don't like that word. Anyway, let's read the it says this degree is beyond intellect, and even if the person who has a planet in this degree is intellectual, they will be detached from this. Oh, it's about the ability to directly access truth, so it can be used to nurture others and to help them to realize the existence of other realms of reality. Okay, I have got the message on that one. I will share that with you later. But for now, this new moon is a real rest, reset, plant your garden, take a break, breathe, and enjoy it. What a time we're in.